Today we're here at the homestead, and last night I had a hydraulic line bust out on me. I knew these were on borrowed time. I actually just had to get all of my cylinders, seals redone. That cost me $1,000. Had to do all 4 cylinders on this loader. It's a 24-year-old tractor, still in great condition, but things just starting to age. Well, sure enough, last night one of these popped a pinhole in it and started leaking, so it doesn't make sense just to do one. So I went ahead and popped off all 4 of these front hydraulic lines that handle the tilt curl function. Take these hoses off was super simple. Actually, the guy that did my seals here gave me a little trick. He said, drop the loader down, take all the pressure off of it. You do that by left, right, tilt curl, front, back. Take all the pressure off that loader. Then come down here, disconnect your quick disconnects. That'll reduce all the flow out there. Then all you do is take a crescent wrench in here and you just loosen this nut and these hoses pop right off. Keep track of them. You want to know which one. You may want to label them, tape them off. I know which ones these are. It's pretty simple, but it's really easy to replace the hoses on these machines right here as long as you take all the pressure off first and you disconnect them. So I've got a hose repair guy in town here. Gonna run up here. He said he can do each hose in about 5 minutes. Gonna go ahead and get these 4 done. Then I'll come back next week and probably work on these 4 because they are starting to deteriorate as well. Again, 24-year-old tractor, you're gonna have some of these problems. I actually scored big time. My buddy Taylor has a mobile mechanic, which I actually link it in here. He is awesome. He does all our tractor work at the farm, as well as comes to my house here. And I got a quote from John Deere to do these seals. It's gonna be almost $2,000. But he came to my house and did all 4 loader seals, and even had one of these hydraulic cylinders had to get remachined that was damaged. All total for like $1,200. So certainly a good deal. I'll put his information down the link below. The other thing he told me is you're gonna lose some hydraulic fluid during this process. So make sure you buy some to go ahead and top it back off. I just had all the fluid changed when I had the seals done. So I know I've got a lot of good fluid. That would be an opportunity to go ahead and flush your fluid out. But I just got that done. I just need to top it off what I'm losing during this process. So we are off to town, get these hoses repaired. We'll see how long it takes, and it shouldn't be too very expensive. He said it's pretty quick, pretty easy, about 5 minutes each, so maybe an hour in and out. Let's go check it out. Also got to reload up on diesel. It seems to be a forever event between my tractor and the tractors at the farm, always loading up on diesel. Oh boy. You know this place has got to be legit. No signs on the building, no addresses, no nothing. You walk in there and it reeks of cigarette smoke. Dude lights up a cigarette and said, "What you got?" I said, 4 hoses. He goes, "Yeah, I'd knock them out. Be about an hour." So that is awesome. If I got a real-time, same-day hose repair shop right here local to me, that's awesome. While I'm waiting for those hoses to get repaired, I'm running around Tractor Supply looking for something to kill that thistle in my dove field. And I want you to check this out right here. This is pretty cool. I was gonna go with a 2,4-D glyphosate mix, but then I saw they actually have a 2,4-D triclopyr blend that's actually labeled for thistle, which is exactly what I need. Triclopyr is a little bit more heavy duty than glyphosate, and that's probably what's gonna do the trick on that thistle. So yeah, it's potent. I'll probably kill the millet that's around it, but I need to get that thistle under control. So we're gonna give this a shot. Ooh, $50 a quart, that's steep. It's a pretty big, and I need more insulators for that back field. We're running that electric fence around that dove field, so I need more insulators as well as some corner insulators here. And I have learned the deer seem to run into it less if I run one of those 4 wires with this more visible white poly tape. So I'm gonna have 3 rows of the traditional hot wire here, and then I'm gonna have 1 row of this high vis poly, and then I'll have my top runner up top, which will not be electric. So I did learn that in the past. The deer kept running into it. I just don't think they could see that twine right there. So we're gonna get another roll of this. He was a man of his word. Exactly 1 hour and 10 minutes. And he even hooked me up with some new O-rings. I just dropped them. Just to replace these things. So that's really important to know. I'm glad he told me that. Pick them up here. Got 4 brand new hoses, fittings, washers, and everything. So you're looking at about $60 each. I don't know what they would cost to order from John Deere. I needed them in a pinch, and he hooked me up here. And we are back home. I've got 3 of my hoses on. I got 1 more left to go, but I wanted to show you this real quick. These are the seals he was talking about. There's a little tiny seal in there. So mine all stayed in place. They're all in good condition. None of them are cracked. None of them fell out. So I did not go to the extra effort to pop these out. But if for some reason they start leaking, I'll know I can replace them. I'm gonna save those seals. But they go on really easy. All you do is just thread them right on. And then what we're going to do is reconnect all our hoses. We're going to top off our hydraulic fluid because there's going to be air in all these lines, and we lost some on the ground here. So I do know I need to put about a quart of hydraulic fluid in here. Then we're going to see how it works. Tighten it down with a crescent wrench here, and you just want to barely snug it. You do not want to over tighten it and break anything. And we'll check it for leaks, and that's when you know if you need to tighten it even more, but we're going to err on the side of caution here. So that, of course, was just for the tilt curl function hoses up here. I still have 4 more here that lift and lower the actual arm that I need to work on, as well as these 4 mains back here. They're definitely starting to show some signs of rusting and corroding. These don't move as much as these hoses, so I'm thinking that's why they haven't worn quite as quickly. So I'm kind of working backwards on what has moved the most. I left these perfectly in line. We'll start from the back first. Red to red. And lastly, we got our black on there. So we're all connected just like we took them off. We'll top off some hydraulic fluid and give it a test. And I'm going to be using Traveler Universal. This is perfectly fine to use. You don't have to use the John Deere labeled stuff. This actually meets the J20C requirements. That's the important part of this. So this Traveler from Tractor Supply will work just fine mixing with the John Deere hydraulic fluid. And I got it about 3/4 the way full in my sight glass here, so we are good to go. Hoses all hooked up and tight, quick connects all reconnected, hydraulic fluid top back off, moment of truth. Works like a charm. It took just a second to bleed those lines, you could tell, but then it became very responsive. And this is where the leak was before. Actually, it was in the hose. So this is all buttoned up nice and tight. I don't see any leaks in the actual seals, but I will certainly keep an eye on that. So that's gonna wrap it up. Simple vlog, working on the 4200 here, getting these hoses replaced, and we ran a Tractor Supply, got some supplies for our dove field. Glad you joined me for this one, but until the next video, really appreciate you guys watching. God bless, take care.